You say you want success, but you train yourself in failure all day. You pray, God give me strength, but you spend every hour repeating to yourself, I am weak, I am unlucky, I am not enough. You want to roar like a lion, and you feed your mind like a frightened mouse. Tell me frankly, my friend, how can strength come to a man who worships his own weakness from morning till night? Look honestly at your day. You wake up and the first thing you take into your mind is not courage, not gratitude, not a great thought, but a screen full of comparison, gossip, and fear. You let strangers on a small device tell you whether you should feel good or bad about yourself. You call this staying informed, but in reality you are allowing your mind to be whipped by the noise of the world. Then, after poisoning yourself for hours, you sit and complain, why am I anxious? Why am I not successful? This is not mystery. This is mathematics. Success is not an accident that falls from the sky. Success is a certain way of being. Every human being wants it. The child wants it in his game. The student wants it in his exam. The worker in his job. The seeker in his spiritual life. But most people are crushed, not by failure itself, but by their own idea of what success must look like. They create a narrow picture. By this age, I must have this much money, this position, this kind of house, this kind of body. They worship that picture and torture themselves when life does not copy it exactly. They do not suffer reality. They suffer their rigid imagination. Imagine success like a great house with 1,000 doors. Life is such a house full of possibilities. Hard work will open some of those doors. Talent will open a few more. But there is another man in whom something is burning, some inner fire, some faith. For him, doors begin to open from the other side. It is as if life itself says, here is a man who is ready. Here is a woman who is alive. Let me help a little. That state is not created by luck. It is created by how you live in the small moments, when no one is watching, when nobody is clapping. The tragedy of many intelligent young people today is not that they do not plan. They plan too much and worship their plan like a god. Remember this clearly. A plan is only today stretched into tomorrow. You take what you know now and you draw it a little longer, but what you know now is very small compared to what life can be. Life has turns you have never seen, doors you have never imagined. When you become a slave to your plan, you close yourself to everything that does not fit that small drawing in your head. Have a plan, yes. Use it as a tool, but never bow down to it. Let your purpose be sacred, not your timetable. Think of a sailor in a small boat. He sets a direction to cross the sea. That is his plan. But the wind shifts, waves rise, storms come. Does he sit and cry, my plan is ruined, my life is finished? No. He adjusts his sails, he changes angle, he may stop at another port, he may be delayed, but his eyes remain on the far shore. This is how you must live. Circumstances will change, they always do. Sometimes you will be pushed back, sometimes you will be carried forward faster than you thought. Do not cling to the exact route, cling to the purpose. Now, what truly destroys a human being is not lack of opportunity, it is inner poison. Desire for success is good. It is natural. Let it be a pure flame in your heart. But when that desire turns into bitterness, jealousy, constant comparison, it becomes poison. When you say, if I do not succeed exactly like that man by that age, in that way, then I am nothing, you are already insulting the power within you. Life will not obey your script. When reality dares to be different from your fantasy, you become angry, resentful. That resentment does not hurt the world. It burns you. Think of a man who drinks a small cup of poison every night and prays that his neighbor will die. You would laugh at his stupidity. Yet this is what you do when you allow jealousy, hatred, self-pity to grow in your heart. You poison your own energy and expect life to bless you with clear decisions, bold actions, creative solutions. How will that happen? A mind full of smoke cannot see far. So the first transformation is this. Let your aspiration be a fire, but do not let it become a poison. Work hard. Yes, discipline your body, sharpen your mind, train your skills, but guard your inner space fiercely. Do not allow failure to make you small. Do not allow delay to make you bitter. A loss can be recovered. A broken spirit is harder to repair. You are not as small as you think you are. This is not flattery. This is a fact. Look at what is happening inside you right now. You ate some simple food. That food is being transformed into blood, bone, thought, energy. Who is doing this? Your conscious mind is not doing it. Some intelligence beyond your thinking is at work in every cell. One small cell of your body performs more complex functions than your proud brain can fully understand. The power that turns bread into a beating heart is the same power that can turn an ordinary life into something extraordinary, if only you stop denying it. Every now and then you have already tasted this. There have been moments when you acted, spoke, or created something beyond your usual level. You surprised even yourself. You may have said, "I don't know how I did that. It just happened." In such moments, you touched the deeper center of your being. The tragedy is that people touch this level once or twice and then spend the rest of their life doubting themselves. They remember their weak moments as reality and their strong moments as luck. It should be the opposite. Your strength is your truth. Your weakness is just an old habit. What then does it mean to live like a strong human being in the spirit of Vivekananda? It does not mean shouting slogans or beating your chest. It means this: you decide that you will no longer insult the divine power within you. You will no longer repeat, "I am nothing, I am useless, I am doomed." These are lies. A man who carries the Atman within him, a woman who carries this same divinity, has no right to speak like a beggar. You may be poor in money today, poor in education today, poor in opportunities today. That can change. But if you are poor in spirit, if you accept that poverty as your identity, then no outer help can truly save you. Begin with clarity of purpose. Sit alone, without your phone, without distraction, and ask yourself a dangerous question. If my life ended 10 years from now, what kind of human being would I want to see in the mirror on that last day? Not what you would want to own, what you would want to be. Courageous or fearful, generous or petty, awake or half asleep. Let the answers come honestly. From that, write one simple sentence. It may be, "My purpose is to grow into a strong, fearless, compassionate human being who serves others," or something similar that feels true to you. That line is more important than any 5-year business plan. It is the direction of your soul. Then make your plans, but hold them lightly. Use them as the bird uses a branch. It rests there, but its trust is not in the branch. Its trust is in its wings. When the branch breaks, the bird does not panic. It flies. Your wings are your inner strength, your ability to learn, to adapt, to rise again. Never put all your security on one salary, one relationship, one company, one exam. Place your security in your capacity to stand up again and again. Next, clean your inner space every day. At night, before you sleep, look back at your day as if you were watching someone else's life. Where did you act from courage? Where did you act from fear? Where did poison arise? Envy, spite, self-hatred. Do not justify. Do not run from it. Just see it clearly and tell yourself, "This is not worthy of me. This is not how a strong soul behaves." Then choose one small shift for tomorrow. One word you will not speak. One complaint you will not indulge. One task you will not postpone. Great strength is built not by one heroic act, but by thousands of small, consistent decisions. Finally, learn to touch your deeper intelligence consciously. Whatever work you do, study, business, art, service, give yourself fully to it for a fixed period. Not half-hearted, not with 10 distractions, not with your attention broken into pieces. For 1 hour, shut off everything you can. Put your mind, heart, and body into that one act. When you give yourself like this, something within you responds. Ideas arise without strain. Solutions appear suddenly. Actions become smooth. You have experienced this state in moments. Now you make it a practice. This is how you invite that hidden power to participate in your daily life. Understand, true success is not simply reaching a position or earning a sum of money. True success is the flowering of what you really are. If you reach the top of the world but remain afraid, bitter, and small, you have lost. If, Step by step, you grow in strength, clarity, and love. Then whether you stand in a palace or a small room, you are a king in spirit. The world may call another man sir or boss, but inwardly he may be a slave to fear. Let your success be such that, even if no one knows your name, the quality of your being is a blessing to all who meet you. So from today, stop training yourself in weakness. Stop repeating the old stories of "I can't, it's too late, people like me never make it." These are chains you are placing on your own hands. Stand up in your own heart. Speak to yourself with the dignity you deserve. There is a divine power within me. I refuse to dishonor it. I will work, I will fall, I will rise, I will learn, but I will not live as a coward. When you talk to yourself like this, when you act from this space day after day, you will see a change. First small, then larger. People will say, "You have become different." And you will know, it is not that you became something new, you simply stopped pretending to be less than what you always were. Let your life become a message that a human being, no matter where he begins, can awaken the sleeping lion within and walk this earth with strength, purity, and compassion. This is the success that no recession, no failure, no opinion can take away from you. Everything else is decoration.